Hi guys, Chelsea here from Making Manzanita, and today we're going to be showing you how to install hardwood flooring. So this is our master bedroom where we'll be installing the hardwood floors. The hallway and the adjoining bedroom has original hardwood floors that we recently refinished, and we wanted this bedroom to match. We were bummed to find out that the original hardwoods did not extend over here to this room, so we are choosing to rip out that carpet and install new hardwood floors, but install them just the way that they would be if they were to match the original hardwood floors exactly. So we went with a hardwood floor called utility shorts, and these are shorter pieces and they're the exact same size that is installed in the rest of our house. So one of the downsides with working with utility short sizes is that they are the cheapest of the cheap when it comes to hardwood flooring, and with that comes a lot of imperfections. We actually had to go through every single bundle of hardwood flooring and pick out any of the pieces that were damaged and unusable. In my blog post, which is linked in the comments below, you will find all of the reasons why we chose to do the utility shorts, even though it was some extra time. So to get started with your first few rows of hardwood flooring, you'll need to install them manually with a hammer and nail. This is a little tedious, but your flooring nailer will not fit for those first few rows. Next, you can move on and use the flooring nailer, and the process goes a lot faster. We found that it was a lot faster to go through all of the bundles of the hardwood flooring, lay them out in a design that we would like where the seams don't match up, and then you can just go to town with that flooring nailer. The utility shorts come in a number of varying lengths. You'll see here that we have small, medium, and even longer pieces. We varied them throughout the room, and that's why we have them sorted by size here. Now here's a slowed down version of how we use the flooring nailer. You'll see here that even though it looks like it takes a lot of time to lay out that flooring ahead of time, it really does save a lot of time, because when it's all laid out, you can just grab it with your foot. You don't have to really hunch down very much. Put it into place with the hammer, and then use the flooring nailer to nail it in place. And you want to spread the nails out about every 6 inches or so. When it comes down to do the last few rows, you will not be able to use that flooring nailer again. So what we did is use some wood glue to glue it into place, and then the hammer to set it into the correct place and get it nice and tight, and then finished it off with a finish nailer. Now, since we were using utility shorts, we actually had a lot of holes that we needed to fill on the floor before we finished everything. So what we had done prior to installing on any of the holes or knots that went all the way through the wood, we installed a piece of tape on the underside, and then we poured in floor finish, as you can see here, to fill that hole. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but that is one thing that we did to help fill those holes up. Next, you'll want to start with your first pass of the sander. Now, this is an item that you'll probably need to rent. We got ours from a local rental shop. We ordered a square drum sander, which worked perfectly for us. We actually would not recommend this if you're going to be refinishing original hardwood floors, but it does work well for these new hardwood floors. We started with 36 grit sandpaper and worked our way up through 60 and up to 80. Next, you'll want to collect all of that sawdust up, and you'll create a paste. All you do is mix the sawdust with your floor finish. Mix it well, and then this is going to be used for all of the imperfections that you may have on the floor. If there are any gaps in between the pieces of wood or little scratches or holes that you need to fix, this is the time to do it. Now that paste worked great for most of the imperfections that we needed to fill, but it didn't work great for the knots. You'll see here that it was very obvious that it was filled with a lighter color. For that, we added some darker wood stain to the putty we had made and then filled the knots. Knots are naturally darker spots on the wood, so this looked a lot more natural. After you get everything filled, you can get back to that sander. Logan did 3 passes with the sander, and then you want to clean everything very well with a tack cloth. You want to make sure all of the sawdust is cleaned up before you move on to the floor finish. So for the floor finish, you want to start with the hard to reach places like corners and near the doors. Then you can pour the floor finish into a paint tray and get started. This part is really pretty simple. You just apply it using a floor finish woodblock applicator and spread it out evenly. Be sure you start in a corner of the room that you're not going to have to step over and work your way out of the room towards the door. We did about 3 coats of floor finish, which was what our package instructions said too. We used 220 grit sandpaper to sand in between coats. Don't forget to lightly sand and clean up all of the sanding dust in between your coats. A damp towel or a tack cloth attached to like a Swiffer usually works well for cleaning up. I don't know about you, but I am pretty obsessed with this new hardwood flooring. I think it looks great. Even though we are working with cheap hardwood flooring with the utility shorts, we were able to make it work, and I think it turned out amazing. If you're going to be working with utility shorts, you definitely want to hop over to our blog post because we have tons of more information about the tips and tricks that we learned of working with this cheap hardwood floor. If you loved this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and visit makingmanzanita.com for more.